Hey, music fans! There are some great concerts headed this way. Don't miss out on all the shows in your favorite venues like Deftones at Madison Square Garden, Eagles at the Sphere, and Foster the People at the Ryman Auditorium. Tickets are going fast, so don't wait. Head to LiveNation.com to get your tickets now. That's LiveNation.com.
Welcome to this edition of the Awakening Women podcast. I'm your host, Leanne Oaten, and in this episode, I want to talk to you about why women want to be cherished in an intimate relationship and men want to be respected. And I've been talking about this over on my Instagram, some of these concepts, and I think for the most part, women in my community probably get this because you're already have your interest peaked around masculine feminine polarity, masculine feminine energy, and all of that. But some don't get it. And I think when we're talking about respect, and I remember thinking this too when I first heard this concept like forever ago, that men want to be respected. And I'm like, well, I want to be respected. Like, screw that. Like, I'm so sick of being disrespected. But when we're in our wounded energy as a female, as a feminine, then that is exactly the reaction that we will have to that kind of idea. And so that did come up in one of the posts that I did. And so really it comes down to a man wants to be respected and a woman wants to be cherished. A man maintains his woman's respect by keeping his commitments. When he is lazy and he's with keeping his commitments, his woman loses respect for him because her feelings aren't being cherished. And so, of course, in the comments, when somebody said, I want to be respected too, granted, of course you do. But again, I think like we're all at different stages. And obviously, if these types of teachings and principles and ideas absolutely don't appeal to you, that's totally fine. You don't have to take these parts and you don't even have to listen to me. But if you are loving this and you are loving this fresh take on this whole piece around narcissistic abuse, toxic relationships, codependency, all of this to me is the missing piece, is that we need to do this work for ourselves so that we will know something healthy and nourishing when we experience it. We will know when a man respects us by how he cherishes us, having us in our lives, caring about our feelings, caring about our well-being, caring about our safety, being generous, taking care of things for us. And so obviously both genders want to be loved and cherished, respected, treated with honesty, integrity, all of that. But we have to get, first of all, it wrapped around our heads that men and women are not the same. We're totally different sex. We're totally different. We are not the same. And when we're talking about equality, well, men and women are equally valuable, but we're not trying to compete with one another. And so a woman that's saying, I want to be respected too, that's actually coming from a wounded place, but it's coming from a masculine energy. It's very structured. It's very hard line. Like, I want to be respected. Of course you do. But I don't think there's very many women that would disagree in saying, when I'm being cherished and looked out for, feelings are being honored, that my feelings are being protected. Therefore, then I feel respected. And then a man, when he feels respected, that is if he's worthy of respect because he's behaving in a way that earns the respect, he will feel cherished through that respect and through that trust in his leadership. But a woman who does not trust her man, who does not feel cherished, will not feel like leading. She will be fighting against everything that he says, fighting against all of his ideas, fighting against his control, fighting against how he folds the towels and how he does pretty much everything. And so you're fighting up against the abusive tactics through the manipulation and the lies and all of it. Of course, you're standing up for yourself, but you're going about it all wrong. You're going about it by trying to fight against. So you've got two masculine forces, one toxic and one female that's operating from her masculine. He is not operating from his healthy masculine, because if he was, he would be leading, protecting, providing, and cherishing you and your feelings, not messing with your emotions, messing with your head, invalidating you as a person and your feelings, experiences, ideas, and, just basically who you are, right? That is not masculine. That is toxic masculinity. And so it just brings about this conversation, really. And to me, it is about healing. It's about us healing and getting into our vulnerability. So when we're getting into our vulnerability, and again, this is really, the relationship that you're in is going to hinder your ability to be vulnerable. And a lot of us women have been harmed by the masculine, by men in our lives. And so we don't trust. And it's very difficult to get into our vulnerability and into our emotional space. But this is how we heal. And it can take some time. I've worked with women who are out of these relationships and they're single and maybe they're dating, but they're still very much in the self-protective armor. It makes sense, right? It makes sense that would be the case. But most women will say that they don't want to stay there. A lot of women you'll see on the interweb saying, I don't trust men. They're all shit. All men are this, all men. Well, I don't think that that's true. I think that we are mistaken in the way that we play a role. Okay. And that's not to say that you asked for any abuse or that you chose it or anything like that. We have to see our role in how that co-creation was formed. Our own wounds, their wounds, somehow they clicked and they were a match. A match made in hell, maybe yes. But it's still seeing your aspect. What was a match for you in that? There was something. And there is something, if you're still in it, there's still something that is an energetic, emotional, psychological match on a subconscious level you're not aware of. And it could be just at that brink on the surface that you'll have that breakthrough, but you're not there yet. And no matter what you tried, has not worked. So if you're actually wanting to do something about this and create some shifts, I have a brand new exclusive podcast that you can get your hands on. And this is called 5 Feminine Energetic Principles to Shift Your Relationship Dynamic. And you can get that at the link in the show notes. But you really need to look at it from a frame of, I'm operating in this fear-based self-protective mode. This means that you're showing up as the man in the relationship, and this is assuming you're a female that wants to have a female role, because you can choose, right? You can choose if you like being the dominant force in the relationship, then you need to find a dominant female energy man. That is where he's operating from. He's passive, he's indecisive, he wants to receive, he wants to be taken care of. Because we look at nurturing as a feminine trait, but it's actually not. So a man in his healthy masculine nurtures a woman. He provides and makes sure that she's okay. A woman nurturing a man is quite masculine. It's in the doing. Okay, so we don't want to be doing the hero role. We don't want to be helping, enabling, rescuing, and overfunctioning for a man. So we have to look at our own dysfunction. So, and I'm not excluding myself. I'm sharing this from a place of doing this work myself for a very long time, years in the making of doing this work and learning this stuff. And so I'm not here to talk down to anyone, but we have to own our own dysfunction. We have to, or we're not going to be able to change it. And that's the work that I love to do with women. So if you would like some DIY help and you just want to go through my program and the cycle, right now I have it on as a self-study only without support. I'm not sure if I'm going to run another live cohort, or if I do, when. At this point, I don't know. So if you are wanting to get your hands on the 30-day program at 50% off of what the fee is when you join the supported study, where you actually get support from me and question and answer. You want the self-study, you get 30 days access at 50% off of the supported self-study fee. And so if you're more of a DIYer, some women just burn through the thing, and then I hear from them through email or through Messenger or Instagram Messenger about how it completely blew their mind.
Hey, music fans, there are some great concerts headed this way. Don't miss out on all the shows in your favorite venues like Deftones at Madison Square Garden, Eagles at the Sphere, and Foster the People at the Ryman Auditorium. Tickets are going fast, so don't wait. Head to LiveNation.com to get your tickets now. That's LiveNation.com.
And changed everything for them. So if you are ready to roll up your sleeves and actually focus and get to work, then that would be the place to begin. If you would like to apply to work with me one-on-one in my 6-month immersion, this is not for every woman. This is for you. If you are a higher earning woman, you are financially successful, you're successful in your career, and I would even venture to say you are in the 6-figure level, and you are wanting to up-level every area of your life. Get your money shit together, get your health together, figure your relationship out. Maybe you want to up-level in your career or your business, but something is holding you back and you feel quite small and like you're shrinking in your life, and you know you're meant for more, and you want powerful coaching to help you pinpoint where that is that you want to go, and the guidance and the accountability to actually get there, then I invite you to apply for one of the limited spots that I have coming up in January for a 6-month deep dive. So this is my highest level of support. And again, it's not for every woman. It's for the woman who is ready to really up-level her life in the next 6 months in the new year. So I'll put the link in the show notes. You can just schedule in a 30-minute chat with me, and we'll see if we both think it's a fit to enter into the program. And if you want to dive in and I think that you're a good candidate for it, then we'll just go from there. So that will be in the show notes. And so that's what I have for you in this episode. I hope this has given you some kind of nugget of wisdom or a new insight. And there's more of this to come. I have so much to share around these principles and how to integrate them in to up-level your relationship, your dating, your single life, wherever you are. Because this is about you doing the work for you, to heal you, to get healthier within you, to make healthier choices, to no longer operate from fear-based, masculine, codependent energy. It's about being sovereign. It's about being self-sourced and realizing that you are okay with or without a man. And if you're with a man, you're fully accepting or you are rejecting, but you're no longer tolerating. And that's what I want for every woman in 2025. So I hope to chat with you on one of my next level consultations if that calls to you. And I will chat with you in the next episode. Take care. Bye for now.
Hey, music fans, there are some great concerts headed this way. Don't miss out on all the shows in your favorite venues like Deftones at Madison Square Garden, Eagles at the Sphere, and Foster the People at the Ryman Auditorium. Tickets are going fast, so don't wait. Head to LiveNation.com to get your tickets now. That's LiveNation.com.